Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Writer's Vlog. And,
It's December 27th.
It's December 27th, and we're going to update you on our writing and how it's going. Several days worth.
Yeah, as we had mentioned from the previous
Video.
I'm keeping constantly updating this because this has been part of a series, a mini series, you could say, of our writers' vlogs, where like the past 4 vlogs, including this 4 or 5 vlogs, including this one, we've been chronicling a massive amount of segments that are all part of a
larger whole
storyline within this one episode. It's not even the entire episode, it's within this episode, and it equates to about 50 to 60 minutes of footage. So now that's been recapped. Today we're going to conclude the second part. So the previous video we talked about where there's a sequence of scene changes, lots of scene changes, and Brandon and I are precise with our scene changes.
We know exactly what we want,
as opposed to most montages where people
where they don't
write it in the script. Brandon and I detail in the script, so there are a total of like 57 sequences.
Yes, 57.
Very detailed, spliced together like a montage, and yet some of those sequences in the montage are not just like 2 seconds of like Rocky punching a bag of meat. It's literally like you show a whole nother character, and then the character's packing the meat and then folding the meat in a certain manner, and we describe all that, and then puts the meat away and then walks away. That's one piece of the montage. And then I'm now just multiply that by 57, throw in some of them, about like 5 or 6 of them have some extended dialogue sequences, which could extend to 1 to 3 minutes of footage, as opposed to, again, that little like 10, 15 second meat packing idea.
Yes.
And that's the situation of these 57 cuts of montages. And the previous video, we chronicled that we had finished 28 of those 57. And now today, we're going to talk about the day where we finished the other 20... Wait, is it 57?
Yes, 57. So it doesn't mean like 29?
Yeah, the other 29. Yeah, 28, now we finished the other 29.
Yep, so here we go.
No, I think we did 29 the previous. Now we're finishing 28. That's what it is. So now we're going to chronicle October the 27th.
All right, October 27th. Got it. I'm really like here. I'm seeing right here.
So all the build-up I had just talked about on October 27th, yeah, we did the last 28. And actually, I recall it going smoothly, as difficult and tasking as it was and exhausting as it was, because we had accomplished the first 29 the previous day. I think I felt very relieved to finish the last 28 on that day. That was just my feeling of it.
I think
that was my memory of it.
I think that, well, it said we had 80 minutes left. So
yeah, 80, by the time we finished, we had 80 minutes left on our work day when we stopped.
On our usual 3.5 hours. Gosh, I can't really remember this one, I'll be quite honest. I think that means, if I can't remember it, it must not have been that hard. I'm going to assume.
I think so.
I'm going to assume that. So it was, even though it was, one segment less than, yesterday's, in October 26th one, this was easier. I think the reason it was easier, well, for one, we definitely knew we were going to finish it on that day.
We were determined.
That was a relief for Garrett and I. It gave us a boost. And I think the segments that were left, most of them were easier. I think because they're shorter, maybe? For whatever reason, I can't remember.
That's true. There might have been no dialogue ones in the latter half.
Yeah, because definitely the former half, there were some dialogue scenes, and that it's tough when you had to crank out all that shit. But yeah, I got nothing else really to say except that it was easier and it was great, and I felt and I felt really good after wrapping that up. And
the real importance of making that accomplishment on the 27th is because we wanted to make these big strides because Halloween was coming up, and Halloween is a time of the year where we take off the days entirely, even the day before. But we'll get to that later.
Yes.
So that's why it was important for us to hit this sort of big stopping point.
This sort of big point in our story, in our episode, because, well, if you knew what was going on, it was a big deal. Yeah.
If everyone knew what was going on, Brand, they would know it's a big deal.
Yeah, I know.
That just goes without saying.
Yeah, I know.
What was I going to say?
I got nothing else to say.
No, except that with that completion of the 27th, we have now completed the 50 to 60 minute big arcing storyline with the 90 to 70 plus segments within it, including this 57.
Yes.
And then we are finally ready to move on to the final phase of the episode. That's right. 60 minutes is just a part of the episode. But remember, these are 3-hour-long episodes, so 60 minutes could equate to just 1/3.
Yes.
Oh, but in this episode is kind of approaching even way above 3-hour runtime.
Yeah.
And we're very happy about that.
It was meant to be big.
It was. It was always planned to be an enormous episode, even 5 years ago when it was first conceptualized.
Yeah.
So, given that, we have finally finished the crazy amount of segments for the 60 minutes, Now we are ready to go on to the next phase. You can consider this like the next part, the big moment that it's all been culminating towards.
Yeah.
Big epic moment that this episode has been really building up to and revving for. And our previous episodes even kind of jumped in and dabbled with this and one. This is a separate storyline from like other storylines, but nevertheless a huge storyline in the overall scope of the show. Yes. And yet not. It's very interesting. But and now I'm gonna say Brandon right here that you'd have to know the show to know it.
Yeah, that was we accomplished on, was it the 27th?
The 27th. We finally were ready to move on to the last phase of this episode at long fucking last. And Garrett, I was really excited.
Garrett was more so that at long fucking last part. I really couldn't have cared less about how long we took to get to this point.
I did. I always do.
No.
So that's October 27th, and let's go to the next one.
All right.
We're ready to go. October 28th. Now we're ready for the big culmination, the big build-up, the big bing, bang, boom.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. So let's have an October.
Okay. So that's all we did. That was it. All right. October 28th. I have a strong memory of this one. Do you have a vivid memory of this one? You can tell this one.
Do I have a vivid memory of this one? No, I don't.
I do. Because I remember the feelings.
Nope, I don't.
I remember the kick up. We were ready to go. And there was a lot of tension in the air. A lot of anger. But Bro and I never, ever exploded or enacted upon it. It was just in the overall atmosphere. Because Brand and I have been building towards, and what we have said in previous vlogs, and just our videos in general, is that when you're writing something that's absolutely true to yourself, it connects to everyone else's truth. Doesn't mean it changes people. No. Doesn't mean it controls people. No. But it connects.
Yes, and you can feel that.
Yeah, you can. And when our truth connects to everyone else's truth, there was a truth we were writing in this particular episode at this moment that people were just not a fan of. That it was just disturbing a constant truth of theirs, that seeing these things disturbs them.
Yes, and people tend to do very stupid things when they're disturbed.
And they tend to send very bad energy waves about it, and it's just very uncomfortable to feel, and it's very unwelcome, and it's very immature, and it is very selfish.
Yeah.
And that's what Brand and I had to work through that day. It wasn't any of our own inner demons. It was pretty much the demons of everyone else in the world who had a problem with what we were doing, but we knew it was right. So when you have to fight against the side of the world that hates you when you're doing what's right for you, it's annoying.
It's a fucking pain in the ass is what it is.
Yeah, and fuck you to everyone who has a problem with us.
Yeah.
For just being true to ourselves, goddammit. Up yours. You know who you are.
You do.
I don't know if any one of you are watching these videos, though. That'd be kind of funny. I'm pretty sure everyone watching these are enjoying these. We've had a pretty good crowd. I want to say that, actually. The people in the comments have been very, very delightful. So it's kind of surprising. Brand and I don't have the highest belief in the human race, but we never stop taking chances.
No,
so we can put it that way.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty much it. Overcoming that hurdle of people's voices hearing and the energy overall of just saying, don't do this. Go with this idea instead of that idea. Because it makes the overall crowd, the target audience.
No, not just the target audience. I can just say the overall wimpy, bitch-ass crowd feel comfortable.
Yeah, they're
feel safe.
Yeah, they're more comfortable with
feel
that.
Secure.
Yeah, we're like, no. So we went with the very, very, very... very cool rendition on the 28th at the kind of the start, the kickoff to the build up to the big clash.
Yes.
And so with that was, I think, the true success of the 28th of October. One cool thing we talked about when we were writing it was the potential of what we knew the audience wanted.
Yeah.
Our audience to be wanted was actually, I will say this, not to their credit, but to mine and Bro's credit as creators, kind of enticing in a very cool craft standpoint.
Yeah.
It looked nice. It avoided a lot of problems that Brand and I hate writing. Because if we went with our original idea, we would be forced to write a lot of things that we hate writing. Not because we hate seeing it or we hate the craft of it.
Because it's exhausting.
It's exhausting. It's a lot of work.
Because it's fucking exhausting. That's why.
Folks, I'll just say straight up. Battle scenes.
That's it.
That's it. Action scenes. I'm sorry.
If you know what you're doing, if you know how you want your battles to go down, you'll do it like Garrett and me, and you'll detail the shit out of them. You'll know what kind of punch they'll throw. Right hook, left hook. They'll bring a staff and whack this way, whack that way. Yeah, we detail that shit, okay? And
That's how we like to do it. That's how it must be done.
Because we know how it should be done.
And knowing that, we try to avoid that as much as possible. Because writing an action scene is rewarding, but it's fucking irritating. We've said that a lot. And
we're saying it again.
It's never going to change. For those of you who do action right, you know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know how fucking... it's like, do I really need to write another fucking action scene to establish character development as well as plot development, to make sure every single move and tactic is in keeping and in tone with the overall story I've been telling, as well as with the characters who are fighting? Do I really have to do that again? Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, though, these action scenes are always hard. They wouldn't be as hard if our show wasn't so big. But hey, it's the show we want. We deal. That's it.
I don't know. Even our first screenplay, the action scenes are kind of difficult.
No, but they wouldn't have been... it's the idea of more on top of more,
Yes, Brandon's right.
No, action, no matter what, is hard, period.
When you do it right.
When you do it right. But when you have a show this big, it's just going to be harder. Everything's harder.
Yeah. So, the other option that the Wimpy Bitches wanted, that Bro and I saw as an option, was fun to discuss. Yeah. But ultimately, we decided against it and went with our original idea, and so the battles ensued.
Yes.
But that was the entirety of the 28th of October.
Yeah.
We took it very easy and just stopped with that because it was a very potent and very moving kickoff.
Yes, it was incredibly cool. It was interaction between a bunch of characters. It was really awesome.
Yeah, kickoff to this culmination battles. And I'm saying battles plural. Yes. Because that's what it was. That's what it is.
That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, did you finish recapping what you were
Yeah, that's my recollection. What do you got?
See, I think it's a funny thing. Now that you talked about that, then I started to remember my feelings for it.
I want to hear them.
The reason why my feelings were not as vivid as yours was because I actually remember that day was really easy for me.
That's true.
I remember when you told me about all those asswipes energies just kind of plaguing your mind and stuff like that. I heard them in my head too, but for some reason they just had like close to zero effect on me. It's like I heard them, but I just kind of brushed them off like dust. It just didn't matter to me. So it irritated you more than me. So that's probably why I don't have that is why I did not remember really what happened that day, except that it was pretty easy for me. And that was it. I got nothing else to say. Gary covered everything.
Excellent. Let's go to the next one.
Let's see it.
Let's wrap up the video with the 29th of October.
Okay, so what do we do on October 29?
Okay, we did that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Really?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Okay, we gotta bring up all the shit in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
First part. Okay.
So on this one, we wrote one of the battles. That
happens. We wrote one of the battles on October 29.
Well, one of the battles. Very easy.
Yeah, actually, this one was quite easy.
One of the easier battles. One of the easiest ways, when what I often find makes writing a battle easy is when you have one side overwhelmingly beat the other side. We normally don't like that, but in this situation, it called for it.
Yeah.
Because usually when you have one side overwhelmingly win, then it becomes cheap tension. But when Brandon and I, we are against cheap tension, so we're just going to make it obvious who the one who's going to win is.
Yeah. So it
becomes realistic as opposed to cheap thrills.
Exactly. So exactly.
Which made it easy. Which thankfully that was good. That was the first battle, very easy. The one after that, difficult.
Yeah, very difficult. Actually, we didn't even write.
No, we had to discuss and plan.
So that's what we did. The next battle, quite confusing. Not a one-sided battle, quite confusing. So we discussed a lot of details in regards to the battles and all the players in the battles.
Including that some of the players we didn't have the ideas for, like
their skill set.
The skill set, good word, yeah.
And how they use their weapons or like their fighting, how their techniques. We didn't discuss that yet.
We didn't have that down, and there were multiple characters we had to there were like at least 10 plus characters we had to develop those techniques for. We had in the segments we wanted 10 plus characters. We had the exact number down, but we didn't have the exact technique per character. We had for some of them, but for most of them we didn't.
No.
And so we had to do that. Plus we wanted to bring back a returning character from a previous one to be part of this battle as well, and who has more of a cameo role, but now has a bigger role in this battle.
Yeah.
So we had to pick from our myriad of characters which one we wanted to bring back that fit in the right context. And that was difficult to choose as well. And so after discussing that and planning that verbally with writing minimal down on the paper, not in the screenplay. We didn't write that. We wrote the first battle. This is what we're talking about. For the next battle, we didn't write as much.
Nope.
We just planned.
Yes.
And then after that,
Okay. Let's see here.
there's cool things that happened that day. We stopped with 1 hour and 5 minutes left in the workday, so it was a nice stop. And when my last Halloween decoration came in that I had ordered from Menards, which was fantastic. It was like a Halloween tree.
Very cool.
I always wanted Halloween trees. I always set up our Halloween decorations on Halloween.
Yes,
so that,
on the day.
On the day of. I don't like leaving my decks out because the rain or people stealing it and crap like that. Now, on our neighborhood, people don't take stuff. But
it's the idea,
you
just don't know. It could be windy or blow them over. Maybe some leaves will get on them, make it a little dirty. You know, no. Garrett doesn't like that, and I agree with him. I don't like it very much either.
No. So, given that, I honestly just focus on prepping the decorations the night before.
Yeah.
And then putting them out on the day of. It takes hours. Probably takes a total like 20 hours of work to prep the decks, put up the decks, and put the decks away. I think it's 20 hours all around.
Yeah, just in case you can't tell, Halloween is
very important to us.
Very important.
And I have a lot of decorations. So maybe I'll share the video because we don't have our address listed on it. So I'll share a video of what our house actually looked like with the decorations. Maybe.
But all you need to know right now, we love Halloween so much.
Yeah. And so the last deck Halloween tree came in.
Yeah.
Also, during that time, our chess set came in.
Yes.
And we kind of got into chess.
Yeah, very recently, like late this year, late 2025, we got into chess. Very fun.
Very fun.
Very, very fun.
And I was watching the Clutch Chess Championship in St. Louis, Missouri. And I was wondering if Magnus Carlsen was going to win. And he had 17.5 points last I saw. I'm just reading the note that I put down. So
he did. And I'm pretty sure he did.
By this recording, he won. And it was really great. It was fun to watch.
Yes, it was.
And it's been fun watching chess and whatnot. But this is more about other stuff, not about chess. But so that's the wrap. I want to put that in this video. And that was October the 29th. So a lot of planning. We're into these sequences. We're into all of these crazy battles now.
Yes, we're in the thick of it now. The battles.
The final portion of this episode. 5 years in the making, folks. All right. We're in the battle part. That's it.
Yeah. We good, Garrett?
Yeah. See you in the next video, folks. It's going to be very interesting, the next one, though, actually.
Yes.